phones. And I would like to welcome everyone to our Christmas Eve evening service. Some of you, this is your second service today, and we welcome you just as much as we did this morning. Every Sunday morning, we do remind each other that all who welcome all are welcome here, and tonight that is especially true as we celebrate all of the feelings and emotions that come with Christmas. Welcome to our Feast of the Spirit.
Joy.
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. He's bringing lots of toys for girls and boys, and wait until you see that Merry Christmas tree.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while the visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn, there arose such a clatter.
Sorry.
I sprang from my bed to see what's the matter. Away from the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. So
on, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen to the top of the roof, to the top of the wall.
now dash away, dash away, dash away, all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney, St. Nick came with a bound. He was dressed all in full from his head to his foot, and his clothes were tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. The dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. And I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, and turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, he gave a nod up the chimney as he rose. He sprang his sleigh to his team gave a whistle, and away they flew. Down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, so
on, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the roof, to the top of the wall. He's coming to wish Merry Christmas to all.
and to all a good night.
Little Tree by E.E. Cummings. Little tree, little silent Christmas tree, you are so little, you are more like a flower. Who found you in the green forest, and were you very sorry to come away? See, I will comfort you because you smell so sweetly. I will kiss your cool bark and hug you safe and tight, just as your mother would. Only don't be afraid. Look, the spangles that sleep all year in a dark box, dreaming of being taken out and allowed to shine. The balls, the chains, red and gold, the fluffy threads. Put up your little arms, and I'll give them all to you to hold. Every finger shall have its ring, and there won't be a single place dark or unhappy. Then, when you are quite dressed, you'll stand in the window for everyone to see, and how they'll stare. Oh, but you'll be very proud. And my little sister and I will take hands, and looking up at our beautiful tree, we'll sing and dance, Noel, Noel.
Christmas tree.
This 19th century poem is written by a New England author, John Townsend Trowbridge, entitled Midwinter. The speckled sky is dim with snow. The light flakes falter and fall slow. All toward the hilltop, wrapped and pale, silently drops a silvery veil. And all the valley is shut in by flickering curtains, gray and thin. But cheerily the chickadee singeth to me on fence and tree. The snow sails round him as he sings, white as the down of angels' wings. I watch the snowflakes as they fall, on bank and briar and broken wall, over the orchard, waste and brown, all noiselessly they settle down. Tipping the apple boughs and each light quivering twig of plum and peach. On turf and curb and bower roof, the snowstorm spreads its ivory woof. It paves with pearl the garden walk, and lovingly round tattered stalk, and shivering stem its magic weaves, a mantle fair as lily leaves. The hooded beehive, small and low, stands like a maiden in the snow, and the old door slab is half hid under the alabaster lid. All day it snows. The sheeted post gleams in the dimness like a ghost. All day the blasted oak has stood, a muffled wizard of the wood. Garland and airy cap adorn the sumac and the wayside thorn, and clustering spangles lodge and shine in the dark tresses of the pine. The ragged bramble, dwarfed and old, shrinks like a beggar in the cold. And surplus white the cedar stands and blesses him with priestly hands. Still cheeringly the chickadee singeth to me on fence and tree. But in my inmost ear is heard the music of a holier bird, and heavenly thoughts as soft and white as snowflakes on my soul alight, clothing with love my lonely heart, healing with peace each bruised part, till all of my being seems to be transfigured by their purity.
The Work of Christmas by Howard Thurman, the great 20th century African-American philosopher and theologian. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among others, to make music in the heart.
I would like to invite up folks who are young at heart. My favorite part of Christmas is storytelling. Now, my grandfather used to build a big fire in the fireplace, and we would all sit and listen to him tell the stories of his youth and his childhood. And I want to share with you guys a story that he never told me. And this is a story from the Ukraine. Now, this is a story that you may have heard before, but we're going to tell it in our own way. So come on down. I'm going to need some help telling this story, because this is a story about a young man named Nicky. Nicky had a Baba who was his grandmother, and he looked at her and he said, "Baba, I want some snow white mittens." Now, in the Ukraine, they get so many feet of snow. What do you think she said about snow white mittens?
No.
You're gonna lose them. Look, if I cannot make you these mittens, you are going to lose them in the snow. And he said, "Oh, but Baba, I want some snow white mittens." And she said, "Okay, look, I'll make you the mittens, but when you come home, first, I'm going to look out the window and see that you're okay. And then I'm going to look and make sure you have both your mittens." So he said, "Okay." And Baba knitted those mittens, and he went out to play in his snow white mittens. And what do you think the first thing that happened was? He lost his mitten. Can you believe it? So Nicky was so upset, he didn't go home. He was like, "I gotta find my mitten, I gotta find my mitten." And while that mitten was sitting in the snow and he walked away from it, a snake found that mitten. Oh, goodness. This is a nice snake, I promise. And the snake climbed in and kept himself warm and cozy in that mitten. Well then, and we're going to go on an adventure. And when I say an animal, you got to listen for it and look for it. Can we do it? Let's go. All right, so then that snake was all cozy, sleeping in that mitten, when a little rabbit hopped up. Oh, I hear a rabbit. Does anybody see a rabbit? Oh, I see a rabbit right here. Somebody grab that rabbit. Go for it, Calder. All right. Well, the rabbit climbed in, snuggled up with that snake. The snake was already asleep. Don't worry about the rabbit. And they snuggled in there. The snake moved over because rabbits can kick pretty hard. Well then, wouldn't you know it, but a little hedgehog showed up. You found it? Oh, I hear it. All right, so the hedgehog snuffled and sniffed his way into that mitten. And he's a little pokey. So the rabbit and the snake moved over and made room for that pokey friend. Ooh, let's see, who's next? Oh, you know what? Next, an owl was flying high up in the sky. Does anybody see the owl? If you have the owl, you might need to raise it up. Oh, it's right here. Wow, this is a lot of folks. Come on. So this owl swooped down and swooped right in and warmed his feathers in that mitten. Now, it's starting to get a little full. What do you think? Yeah.
It's going to get fuller.
It's going to get fuller? You think so? You've read this story? Okay, well, let's keep exploring. Let's go this way. Let's see. So after that owl made room, ooh, wouldn't you know it, a badger came snuffling and sniffing up through the snow. A badger. And oh, that badger had to shove everybody over, but he's got sharp teeth, so they made room for this badger. What do you think? Is it getting full? Yes.
It is good.
Well, because Nicky lost his mitten near the river, an otter came by. Oh my goodness, will it fit? Will it fit? Oh my goodness. Oh, that otter barely fit in there. Do you hear him squeaking? Well, the rabbit, the snake, the hedgehog, and the owl, and the badger moved over for that otter to climb in. And then, biggest of all, a big, angry brown bear showed up. Oh my goodness! And then, look how full the mitten got. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so let's go this way. Let's go show everybody how full our mitten got. Here, will you help me carry it? All right. Let's go show them how full our mitten is. Oh goodness, listen to all those animals bumping around in there. Let's hold it up for everybody to see. Look how full the mitten got. Now, Nikki's mitten, I need to hold it real quick. Nikki's mitten was so full, but a tiny little wood mouse showed up. Oh, the sweetest little mouse you ever saw. And he climbed in just past that bear's nose. Oh, and he tickled the bear's nose. And the bear, oh my goodness, achoo! And everybody flew out. All the animals fell on the ground. Oh my goodness, can you? And then, wouldn't you know it, Nikki's mitten flew up in the air, and Nikki caught it and found it. And Nikki went home, and Baba looked out the window. And first, she checked to make sure Nikki was okay, and he was. And she saw that he had both of his mittens, and no one ever knew what kind of adventure that mitten had. With a rabbit, a bear, an owl, a snake, a hedgehog, a badger, and an otter. Everybody can go sit back down, and you can leave those, you can hang on to them till the end. Just give them to me back. You can hang on to them. A reading from the Biblical Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. We will now pass the flame of the Christmas light. Please remember that as you pass from person to person, bring the unlit candle to the lit candle and take your time. We have plenty of it. Yeah, go ahead. For the chalice.
The benediction tonight is A Christmas Wish for Everybody Everywhere by Cyril Townsend Brady.
May peace and goodwill, prosperity and plenty, joy and satisfaction abound in your homes and in your hearts this day and all days.
May opportunities for good work be many, and may you avail yourselves of them all.
May your sorrows be lightened, may your griefs be assuaged.
May your souls be fitted for what they must endure. May your backs be strengthened for your burdens. May your responsibilities be met. May your obligations be discharged. May your duties be performed.
May love abound more and more until the perfect day breaks in your lives.
In short, every wish that would be helpful, uplifting, and comforting, we wish you at this hour and in all hours.
When the clock strikes 12 and another year has gone, I give a kiss to you as remembrance of the past we have shared and the future yet to come. We toast the days both good and bad, the old friends and the new. When the clock strikes 12 and another year has gone, I give a kiss to you. The night is long and the bitter cold has gone. We lengthen our embrace to sustain us as we mourn our regrets and the fear of days unknown. We toast the days both good and bad, the old friends and the new. The night is long and the bitter cold has gone. I give a kiss to you. As we stand on the edge of another bright new year, I take your hand in mine with assurance that courage will find and the hope that leads us home. We toast the days of good and the old friends as we stand on the edge of another bright new year. I give a kiss to you.
In the words of Tiny Tim, God bless us everyone, and a very Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Thank you.